Today we're going to be deck testing the purplest of Katakuris here, Charlotte Katakuri, of course, with new PRB02 support, which is a reprint set that comes out for us in September. It's already out in the East, but we're going to be getting the update later. You haven't gotten the patches yet, updates, all that stuff in the US, so still waiting them to send over the software, and we'll get there. But for now, we are going to be playing on the sim today and using the new Charlotte Pudding, and it has an amazing effect here that says, on play Dawn -2, if your leader's big pump, I'm going to make that, that's just like a running thing now. I just can't speak English. Dawn -2, if your leader has the Big Mom Pirates type and your opponent has 6 or more Dawn cards on their Dawn field, draw 2 cards, then play up to 1 Big Mom Pirates type character with a power of 6,000 to 8,000 from your hand. It could just say 8,000 or less, but I guess I want to keep it from 6,000 to 8,000 so you couldn't play other characters like 5,000 power characters. I don't really know why, but maybe there's something I'm missing here. Maybe there's yellow support that they didn't want you to be able to play if you play this in yellow purple pudding. But today we're going to be playing the purplest of Katakuris. So we're going to be using this card along with the other Big Mom Pirates type characters. This is my own personal build that I created myself, and it's the way that I would personally play the deck. This card is going to be used to cheat out Katakuris and our Parasparrows primarily. Really, that's the only options for the 7-drop pudding. It's not the most exciting card because the Dawn -2 is detrimental to our game plan. Now, the thing is I heard somebody talk about this, and I can't remember who, but they talked about if you had the 3-drop pudding, this card has the ability to give you back a Dawn whenever you Dawn -1. And using our leader effect, when attacking on opponent's attack, once per turn, Dawn -1, look at the top card of your opponent's deck, then this leader gets plus 1,000 power, right? So now you know all the effects that go into this pudding, right? So we have to play the pudding, Dawn -2, so say we're on 7 Dawn, now we go to 5, and we play out Parasparrow. Well, now what we would do is, now we have pudding, that gets us one of our Dawn back that from our Dawn -2. So now we went Dawn -2, we're plus 1. Well, now we have to learn, because of Parasparrow's effect, the cost of the top of our opponent's deck. Because the big gimmick with Katakuri is knowing the top cost of your opponent's deck. So it says, that's why we have our leader effect, to look at the top of our opponent's deck. It says, activate main once per turn, trash 1 card from your hand, declare a cost of your choice, and reveal the top card of your opponent's deck. If the revealed cost is the same as the declared cost, draw 1 and add 1 Dawn from your Dawn deck as active. So we can ramp an active Dawn, but we've already gone Dawn -2 for the pudding, and we've gotten 1 back with the 3-drop pudding. So now we have to find out what our opponent's top deck is using our leader effect, meaning we have to go Dawn -1 more. So we go down to 4 Dawn total to ramp 1 back as active with the Parasparrow. So we're still Dawn deficient. We're down 1 Dawn. We still go into 8 Dawn on the next turn, but it makes 9-drop Lindland a little less active in this specific situation. Yes, this is a very specific situation. Sometimes you might not play 7-drop pudding until you're on 10 Dawn. Yes, you get to draw cards, refill your hand, and you could do pudding into pudding into pudding into pudding and continue on that way. There are tons of options with this card, don't get me wrong, I'm just trying to give you guys observations, because there's also the situation where you have double Parasparrow, where you played Parasparrow on 5, you go to pudding to 7, now you play out another Parasparrow, and now you go ramp 1 active, and you're filtering 2 cards in your hand. That's an amazing situation as well. I just want to give you guys the bad sides, and you can understand the good sides along with it. I give you all the options here and let you know all the facts. That's what we do on the channel. So, pudding, good card. I think it may not fit perfectly with the synergies in the deck. I think this is more of a mid-tier, lower to the ground. Here we're playing like 10 Lin, and I find that weird to be trying to do middle of the ground stuff with pudding and run a 10 Lin, especially in yellow purple pudding. I find it a little more awkward with the 7-drop pudding. So I'm confused on where to fit this in specifically, and we're still working through the kinks and the issues and moving things forward. So let me know your thoughts on this card specifically and what I'm missing combo-wise, because I'm not saying this card was not made right. I'm saying I don't fully get it yet. We still working on it, all right? So just know we got a lot to work on today as we're going to be deck testing my build of Charlotte Katakuri. I told you I was hyped for this leader when it came out. I was hyped for it, and then it did absolutely nothing and nobody even played it, so I gave up really quick. We're going to be using a Nane today. If you have the Big Mom Pirates with the purple color, this card gains blocker. We're going to be using the Pudding, which looks at the top 5 cards of the deck and grabs a cost 2 or higher Big Mom Pirates type. Charlotte Katakuri, which just says you may trash this character if your leader is a Big Mom Pirates type. Play up to 1 Charlotte Katakuri from your hand with a cost of 3 or greater, and that is less than or equal to the number of Dawn your opponent has. So if your opponent's on 8 Dawn, we tap 2, play out Katakuri, and then play Katakuri from our hand. It's very strong and very fun. It works. It works. Trust me, it hurts and it works. We have Charlotte Pudding here, which we've already been over to get our Dawn back when we go Dawn minus. We have Strucin here for a searchable 2k counter that says Dawn -1. Rest this card, declare a cost from the top of your opponent's deck, reveal one card, and then rest one of your opponent's cost 4 or less characters if you declare correctly. We're running 2 of the Uso Hachi, which just rest a 5 cost if you have 8 or more Dawn. Uso Hachi is better and more consistent with its ability, but it is non-searchable in the deck. I am playing the Parasparrow, already mentioned, that lets you draw 1, trash 1, and ramp a Dawn is active. And then we are running the 10 siblings. This is an interesting little tech choice here for me. There probably are maybe possibly better option. Big Mom Pirates, Bib. I put Bib Mom. Pirates, no. Big Mom. All right, we're just going to put big. So we can play 6-drop characters, 6-drop to 8-drop. So we could play the other Katakuri, which doesn't work in this deck. It'd be better for other ones. We could play Daifuku as a 2k counter instead of 10 siblings because it's playable off the pudding. So I'm actually going to make that switch right now because that is actually what we're going to do, just to have it playable off the pudding. That gives us more options in the deck. I don't think there's really anything else, but we do need a 2k counter here, and there's not a good option. You could play Mondor, but it says Dawn -1, you may rest this character, place 2 cards from your opponent's trash to the bottom of their deck, and then add the top card of your life to your hand. It's not good. It's just absolutely horrendous, and we're never going to use that card. So for me, this is about the only other option at the moment that we could be playing, and the only other one that really works. We could maybe play the promo that we don't have yet, and don't get me wrong, when this card comes out, I think this is going to be fun. On KO, opponent's turn, Dawn -1, play up to 1 Big Mom Pirate type from your hand equal to or less than the number of Dawn your opponent has. So this is a anti-removal base card, and it's kind of nice just to have a body play another body, because technically if our opponent's on 10 Dawn, we Dawn -1, then we play out a 10 Lin on their turn, and then next turn we have a 10 Lin and another character attacking into them, and they messed up if we do that. But we're not going to be playing promos that we don't have just yet. We're going to be going with this instead because it's a 6-cost character that Pudding could technically play to give us more options. So now we can play Daifuku, Parasparrow, or Charlotte Katakuri. That just makes sense, and it meshes a little better with the deck, and that's what we'll be playing today because I have not played the games yet today. Already been over Pudding. We're going to go into Katakuri, one of the best SRs in all of One Piece, in all of the One Piece card game. This is a blocker, and then end of your turn, set 2 of your Big Mom Pirate type characters with a cost of 3 or more as active, then add 1 Dawn from your Dawn deck as rested. So if we do have to Dawn -1, we can always get Dawn back at the end of our turn, and that's always going to be really strong. Or we can just help us ramp up if we have to do big effects like what we're going to see with Lin. We have 9-drop Lin, which Dawn -1, trash 1 card, add 1 Dawn, or add 1 card from the top of your deck to the top of your life, then place one of your opponent's 6 costs or less at the bottom of your deck, life face up. So it's really good, top or bottom by the way. It's really good to just put bricks, like cards without counter, at the bottom or top of your opponent's life. So I really like Lin. That card is cooking up pretty nice, and healing up is always going to be good. It's a little worse in Katakuri than it would be in, let's say, UP Luffy, because that deck is just insanely broken. But it's going to be fun to mess around and see what we can do with Lin today. And then we have the 10-drop Lin, which has Rush if you have Big Mom Pirates type. And then on opponent's attack, once per turn, Dawn -5, declare the top cost of your opponent's deck. And then if you declare it correctly, you get plus 2,000 until the end of your turn. So we Dawn -1, we check the top of our opponent's life with our leader effect. We Dawn -5, we become a 7k leader with a 1k counter on us already. So we're an 8k, quote unquote, for that attack. We will only have 6 Dawn on our next turn, so do keep that in mind. That kind of sucks. That's why we don't really run Uso Hachi, because Uso Hachi is a finisher, and our Lin is our safety net. So we have both sides possibly, but Strucin is just a little more consistent in this deck, I guess. So maybe I was wrong about saying Uso Hachi is just more consistent because of the fact of our 10 Lin that we do actively use, and we will use this effect a couple times. Running 4 of the, we're going to claim the One Piece, look at the top 5, grab a Big Mom Pirate type or Animal Kingdom Pirates, which it's Big Mom Pirate type. You could cook up with some Animal Kingdoms, and I have seen some people do it. I always have even Black Maria as an option, just as a searchable card with the 1-cost event. You have Sasaki, add 1 Dawn from your Dawn deck and rest it. You just trash 1 card from your hand when attacking, times 1 Dawn. Simple effects. And you got some Animal Kingdom Pirates we could be cooking up with, but I don't really see anything I'm going to be cooking up with personally, but hey, maybe you could, and maybe you could let me know a deck profile that you want to see in the comments down below, and subscribe. Anyways, we're going to be using this event, which just says you may declare a cost to reveal the top card of your opponent's deck. If the revealed card is the same cost as the declared cost, your leader gets plus 5,000, or one of your characters. A 5k counter for 1 is insane. Technically, it's for Dawn -1, because you have to look at the top of their life, but then we get plus 5k, so we get plus 6k for 1 Dawn. People are not playing this event, and they are sleeping on it. This event is just so good, and when you don't need it, trigger, draw 1 card, filter through, get rid of it, call it a day, we're Gucci. We're also running Hakai Ocean Sovereignty, KO 2, Dawn -2, KO up to 2 of your opponent's characters at the cost of 6 or less. It is leader locked to, I think, Animal Kingdom and Big Mom Pirates, but it is also searchable in our deck, so that's always going to be good. Anyways, that's Katakuri. There's a lot going on with this purplest Katakuri. So I'm excited to run the deck today and see what we can do. We're running 10 2K counters total. The goal is to get this pudding as early as possible, to start using our leader effect, to put on slightly more aggression, and then really go Katakuri, 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 pudding, Katakuri, Lin, game. That's the goal, the combos, and the pieces. Let's see what we can cook up today with this Charlotte Katakuri. B to the Y Luffy. We're going to go first in this match, and we're going to mulligan that hand. It's almost what we want, but this is just so much better. Holy cow. Anane early pass. We're going to put on some pedal to the metal. Yes, they will have their leader effect, but we're going to have a way to finish the game very aggressively. We have some options here. They're going to go Three Brothers Bond. We just did a deck profile on Monkey D. Luffy. So if you're wanting to see a breakdown of this Black Yellow Luffy, go down below, subscribe, and then also look at our videos because we've already done videos on it. They grab the ace, the baby ace here to set up for later in the game. They're going to look at the top 5, and then they're going to grab a 2-cost Sabo, a baby Sabo, to look at the top of the deck. We almost did everything out of order. We are going to swing here. We're going to go Don -1. Look at the top of our opponents. So they have a baby ace, a baby Sabo, and a baby Luffy. Insane stuff right there. We're going to get that 1 Don back with our Charlotte Pudding. We're going to swing 6, and our opponent will take. That's what you're supposed to do with this deck, but our deck... Alright, we're going to have to deal with triggers like that. I was actually supposed to not attack our opponent there, but I decided to, and that was the incorrect choice. You do want to try to start this deck out, but we're going to be okay. We'll make it. We're going to take this 5, be able to find a Searcher. Searchers are always nice, hey? I ain't mad about it. I ain't mad about it. Ooh, I am mad about that. Well, we're going to have options here, thankfully, because we can go Don -1. There's a 5 cost at the top of their deck, and not in their life, let's hope at least. So we're going to swing 6 into our opponent here. We're going to be able to claim that that is a 5-cost character. We're going to be doing this by trashing a card in our hand. We're going to claim the 1 piece here, and we're going to claim that there is a 5 cost. We're going to reveal that and confirm it. We're going to gain 1 active Dawn. Our Parasparrow is basically shot because they just Kuzan. They're going to tap 5. They're going to play that Luffy because they're at 2 life. They're going to KO the Parasparrow, and we're going to be cooked. So what we're going to do here is actually just play out the pudding. It's going to give us options, and we're going to be able to search through the deck. We're going into 7 Dawn here. So we know we're going to Parasparrow, Dawn -1. They're going into 6 Dawn. We'll have Katakuri set up for later, potentially. We're going to grab the Katakuri because there's 2 Katakuris there, but we probably will be missing out on our Parasparrow. This Parasparrow is going to be gone by the end of the turn, though. We do have the Anane if need be, and I wish we could have Strusen and just blew the Kuzan out. Just got rid of him. No Iceman there. Whoa, is it just me, or did I never realize his hand was like that? I don't know. They're going to swing 5 and 5 here, I'm assuming, minus down the Parasparrow, and remove it off the board. They grab a Porcus D ace. They could ace and set up, but nope, they do what we expected. What? I am so lost in the sauce right now, not gonna lie. What? I'm just gonna take this first one and then see if they attack with the Kuzan. They don't. I am so confused, guys. We're going to tap 5, swing, Don -1, reveal another 5-cost Luffy, so they're gonna be able to get rid of one of the Parasparrows at least. We're going to trash 1 card from our hand, which is going to be a Strusen. We're going to reveal a 5-cost, confirm, gain 1 Dawn is active. And then we're going to use the other one. We're going to trash I think we should claim the 1 piece, look at the top 5, and grab a Tenlin's going to be pretty good to finish up the game in a little bit. Now we're going to use the other one. We're going to trash the pudding, reveal the 5-cost again, confirm revealed, gain 1 active. We draw into a pudding, so we could pudding into pudding. Oh, dude, we're about to cook next turn. Holy cow. We're going to swing. We're not going to swing because we want to force them to have to take this last life here. We're going to go 2, and we're going to go 1. This is about to pop off, and I want that to be known. I want it to be known we're about to go insane because they're at 8 Dawn, right? So I can go Katakuri, pudding, Katakuri. So we need to use this blocker this turn. I do know that. And they should use the Kuzan correctly this turn. I know that. They're going to swing 6 into us, it looks like. We are going to go ahead and pop the blocker just in case. So we're gonna do just that. We will lose this Parasparrow, but I'm okay with that because they're gonna have to tap 5 Dawn here. Yep. So we can basically just force them down pretty aggressively on this next turn. They get to draw a card, which is always gonna be good for our opponent here. And we're just gonna ram into this Kuzan. I'm gonna be like, hey, I'm gonna take this card off the board, or I'm not, and I don't really care either way. They're gonna go ace. I thought they were really about to just pop the ace. We can actually just go Dawn -1 here because we only need 9 Dawn on this next turn. Because 7-2, we actually don't even need 9, so we're just gonna Dawn -1, 5-cost Luffy. We already know what it is. No blocker, resolve, attack. Boom. Nice and easy. So, wow. We're going to be able to... This may go crazy. Tap 1 Dawn. Look at the top 5. We'll grab the 1 cost event. We can actually swing for 7, reveal the top again. So we're going 7 into Kuzan here. They didn't counter correctly. We're going to trash. No, we're going to 7 drop, Dawn -2, draw 1, and then play out Katakuri. We're going to trash Katakuri to play out Katakuri. We're going to trash a card from our hand that we don't need, being 9 Lin. We're going to reveal a 5 cost, reveal it, gain an active Dawn, and then we're going to pass. Gain 1, gain 1. We're back to 9 Dawn. We have a 5k counter in hand, bro. We just freaking popped. That was insane. This was the most clinically insane game I've ever seen in my life. Good game, Black Yellow Luffy. Holy cow. So they can take the last life, put 2 Dawn on the leader. They can set up for the ace properly because they'll discard an ace. They're going to go Luffy ace here. That's actually really good value for our opponent. I'm very happy with the value we've had, so I'm not stressing it. I think we've cooked. I think we're good. They will have 0 life here. We're going to slowly start burning cards from our opponent's hand. We're going to have our blockers restand our entire board. We'll be good here. I'm not going to lie to you. We should be good here. So they're going to trash the ace. They're going to go Luffy at the bottom, ace on the top, because they only have the Dawn to play out the Luffy. Now, they're going to pop the ace. The ace will play the ace. Then the Luffy will be played from the ace that plays the Luffy from the hand or the trash, which I think they only have it in hand. They could have gone ace-ace if they had another ace from hand, but that'd be card -1 in hand, which wouldn't make sense. Now they can play the Luffy from the hand, or they can play the ace from the trash to play it next turn, as you saw in my video, is what I taught you to do, so they do it correctly. Hey, good for you. Good job there, buddy old pal. Now, what will you do? Well, let's find out. We will have to go, we can go Dawn -1, fun fact, in case we do want to get out of this big attack. They're going to be able to pop this, play out the Luffy, get plus 2,000 more. They could pop the Luffy just to pop a low character, just to draw another card. To have more cards in hand is always going to be good, but I think we should be good ourselves. I am not going to lie to you. I think we should be good ourselves, because we can go Dawn -1 for leader effect, then ramp 1 back as active with Parasparrow, so we could 10 Lin technically. We could put the 2-drop ace on life, but then they just use the Luffy to rip the ace off, but we do remove the ace off the board. And if we did put the 5 drops in the life, then they would have 2 life total. We could just take this, because we could block in 5k, but I don't think we do that. I think we take. They don't have a blocker, technically. They're a 9k leader. We don't lose. Well, what we're going to do here is go 9 into face, 17 into face. Handshake. Good game. Something they didn't think about is they did not put a blocker down on the board. I think they just lose. And even if they don't, we have an out here. And I'll explain the out after we win, because it's looking like we win. Cool. So, GG's to our opponent there. Good game. I'm going to explain the out. What we would do is swing 5 at our opponent's life, Dawn -1, check the top of their life and see it's a 1-cost character. We would then use the Parasparrow discarding our brick here, the 9-drop Lin, and then drawing us this 2k and ramping us an active Dawn. That active Dawn would then be used for this 5k event. So even with a 7, 8, 6, and their leader alive to attack, we would have blocker, because these guys will restand themselves, and then would have 2k, 3k, 4k, 5k, 6k, 11k, 12, 13, plus the leader effect, 14k counter, 2 blockers. That game was basically over from the start. We really cooked right there against Black Yellow Luffy. On to the next match. That was a really good one and showed you one of the biggest high rolls I've seen in my life. Good game to the Black Yellow Luffy player. On to the next one. Here we're going to see if the Marco is using new Marco support or if they're just a normal Marco player. They choose to go second, so we're going to go first here. We could easily go Pudding or a Nane. I think we're going to go Pudding early. We're going to keep this hand and see what we can make happen with it. We're going to be able to go into 3 Dawn, 5 Dawn. 5 Dawn doesn't do much. We still have the 10 siblings. I was supposed to change this out for Daifuku. My bad. My bad. We're going to go 8-drop Katakuri because that Lin or Katakuri is options here. And then pass to our opponent. The only issue is we don't really have anything to do on 3 Dawn, and they run a lot of removal, so we can't go Anane Katakuri on the next turn. We can go Anane, but then we can just go swing 7, because we don't have the Pudding or the Parasparrow at this point. They will have Duval. Look at the top 3 cards, place them in any order. So they're going to have a little chump blocker here that can easily get through the attacks. That's going to be a good option for us to have. I'm not going to lie to you. Dyke. We don't really have any filter at the moment because we don't have the 5-drop Parasparrow. That's the card we're looking for, so whatever attacks they swing at us, we are going to take. Dawn -2 is a little too heavy for me right now. I think we're going to take I think we're just going to go 5 face, no ability. And I think I'm just going to go Inane and Nane because they shouldn't have removal for both, at least not this early. They should go 4-drop 6k blocker. I'm okay with that. So we're going to go blocker, blocker, pass. And then you start to run out of cards in hand, but that's where this pudding comes into play, drawing us 2 cards, which is obviously really strong. I'm glad they leader locked this card. It makes me feel like they will get rid of 9-Lin because they actually did leader lock something. We're going to take this. Yes! Yes, yes. Ooh, 7-drop Newgate is insane here. Wild. Fun fact, we don't have to leader ability technically because we know they have a 7-drop Newgate. So they kind of messed up because now we can just go 5 into our opponent and actually ramp 1 Dawn as active this turn. Fun fact, I guess, I don't really know. They should take this attack, but this helps us against triggers for our Parasparrow. If they had a draw trigger though, we would be cooked. We're going to trash 1 card from our hand, which is going to be the 1 cost event, and then we're going to claim 7. It's a 7. We're going to gain 1 Dawn as active, and we're going to pass our turn. We didn't really need a 5k counter anytime soon. I just wanted an active Dawn, so we're going 6 into 7. Our opponent will be at 6, so we can easily pudding on this next turn, pudding Katakuri. That's absolutely wild. This card is going to be absolutely insane on this next turn. This card is so much better than I thought. This card does fit the deck. I need to just shut my mouth. That's what all I think we've learned. We are actually going to just get out of this for free, I think. Just because we can, because we're going into 7, and 7's really all we need. And then we'll gain a Dawn back. So we'll just reveal it's a 4-cost character. It's probably not going to be a 4-cost character by the time we see it next, but that's totally okay. This doesn't need me to know what the top of their deck is. They're going to draw 1, place 1 on the top or bottom. That's fine. We know they drew a 4-drop Zoro. If they put a card on the bottom, it's the 4-drop Zoro. So we know that card's just gone and out of here. They're going to minus down the Parasparrow. They have 4 Dawn active after this. Interesting enough. We are going to 2k out of this. We're going to play pretty... What do they have to... They had some removal. Oh, Monet is actually a pretty good pool there. I'm not going to lie. Monet is going to be a very good option for our opponent to have. Interesting enough. We're going to go 7-drop pudding, Dawn -2, draw 2, and then we're going to play an 8-drop Katakuri right here. Now I'm going to swing into their character, Dawn -1, reveal a 5-cost ace, and gain my extra power. They block. We're going to swing for... In case this triggers something else, I am going to trash, and then we're going to trash this, claim 5, reveal, gain 1 active. That was just in case they have something here. They're going to block this as well to keep 2 draw cards here, because 2 draw cards are great. If you have 6 or less cards, they can go draw, draw. They'll be at 7 cards then. No, they have to play a card, then draw, draw, and then go from there. Anyways, pretty good stuff right there. We're going to pass. We can restand this and gain 1 rested, so we're going to 6 Dawn into 8 Dawn. So if we do top deck a Katakuri somehow, we can go into that. If not, we can Uso Hachi. That's not bad. They're going to be able to get rid of our Parasparrow here. That kind of sucks. Whoa. Oh, Monet. They're going to Monet the Katakuri. Interesting. Good stuff, opponent. Good job. Look at you. They're going to swing 5 here. We are going to take a 5. Dawn minus out of a 5 probably. Oh, 6. There you go. You KO the blocker first. Good job. Good job. You're figuring it out. I'm proud of you. We're going to take 1 attack. And then I think 9-Lin is going to be pretty good here. So we're going to block. We won't be able to play 9-Lin. That's the only issue. So I want to take life just to find more options. But it would be really bad if we did. It would not get us to where we need either way. Pudding is not going to get us there either, though. Man. So we're going to have to play a Nane here just to be able to swing. So we can go Dawn -1, reveal a 7 cost. So we can remove this off the board finally. And then, because I couldn't just claim 7 cost. There wasn't a way to check the top of their deck without going Dawn minus. I guess I could have done this. No, that wouldn't have worked. We're going to get rid of the other draw power. We're going to trash and then claim 7. Gain an active Dawn. So when we go to 10 Dawn, we do have a rush option now. We are going to swing 7 into 3. Just go ahead and get that off the board as well. Could have gone 9. If they counter out of this, I'm actually kind of fine with that. If they give me 2k, 2k, 1k for a Monet that gives -1000 power, that's honestly fine. Because that -1000 does not do enough. They have the leader effect, and that's what's most important. Really? Really? What's our Dawn count? We're at 8, so we cannot Dawn -1 for our leader effect this turn, because we need to go into 10. We don't need to, but it would make the most sense, because they're going to probably play a big body here. So they're going to pop the Parasparrow. They're going to play Sanji into Newgate. They're going to Newgate down our pudding. And then, wow, they are developing a board and some bodies here. No way, no. We are going to just block out. What? We're going to take, apparently. We are going to take. We're going to go, I think we have to go Rush. I think Rush is the best option here, sadly. We're going to go 5 in a face, not use the card. Oh, we should use the card action because we could have gone 6 and gotten info on their hand. But it is what it is. Well, I guess not if they do go 5. We go Dawn -5 here. That would kind of suck, but I don't think we're going to do that this turn because we have counter. We don't have a ton, but we have counter. Just love to see an 8-drop Katakuri. So they minus this, they honestly impact. Bro, Marco, can we relax, buddy? Removal-based matchups, not great for Katakuri. We're finding that out right now. And we're finding it out pretty quickly. Pretty freaking quickly here. So it looks like it's going to be 8, 8, 9. Fun fact. So if we force a blocker, they just negate the other blocker, and then they get the 9. So they get to remove both our blockers by their choice. We don't really want to do that. So we're going to just take and figure it out. Hey, it's not the worst. I'm going to just take. And you need a purple character other than another Anane. We're going to go 2K, 2K. Get out of that. Gulp. I am gulping. We're gonna have to hope for a Katakuri. Hey, I'm gonna go Katakuri, 5-drop. Hold up, wait, we actually need to think about this. We're gonna swing in for Dom -1, reveal an 8 cost. That's so annoying. Use a card action. So we know it's an 8 cost. We're going to discard 1 card from our hand, claim 8 cost, reveal, gain 1 active. And then I think we're gonna go Pudding, searching for a 2K counter here. And then we're gonna go Anane. All right. And then we're going to choose none, gain no rested. We have 7K counter in hand. We have 4 blockers on the board, and we have to go for lethal on this next turn. We need to remove this blocker by somehow. I don't think we really had a way to do that. So they get negate a blocker, and then Sanji. We can get out of the Sanji. This puts us both in an interesting spot, because the game's just not over technically yet. They're going to lower the Katakuri's power, which I think is going to be a smart choice. They could lower down the Parasparrow. They could just go for control and just be like, hey, you can't go for game right now. That's the biggest thing. And that would actually be probably the best situation. Yep, looks like that's what they're going to do. They're going to just pop the Parasparrow, not really worry about the Katakuri here. I actually don't think that's a bad thing. If they go Honesty Impact, though, and they pop the Katakuri, I will rage quit. Very quickly and aggressively. I will rage quit. We can play another Parasparrow. We can swing, Parasparrow, Dawn -1, reveal the top. Would it be best to have grabbed a Pudding on that last turn? That's a good question. That is a good question. Because we could have had that Parasparrow instead of the 10 sibling, but then we have just no counter at all. They're going to rest the Newgate, pop the Parasparrow. This deck just needs some removal protection. And I don't think there's generic purple removal protection. There's a Tashigi in green. So they pop our Parasparrow. They go Otama. They're going to lower the Katakuri. They're going to go Rayleigh. Oh my god. Now they're going to play Rayleigh. Watch this. 8 Dawn. Watch it. Silver's Rayleigh. -3, -2. Pop. Well, they're still going to use Rayleigh, right? They give it -1 more, but they could have killed it without doing the Monet, technically. They could have actually, well, no, you could have used the Monet. You could have used the Monet after, though, just to have more power attacking. So we're going to use card action, Dawn -1, reveal an 8 cost, use the card action, no blocker, 2K. So now we know this is an 8 cost. This is the only way we don't die, by the way. Now they attack. We're going to go no blocker. We're going to reveal the 8 cost and confirm, get plus, and then we're good. Search the top cards of the deck, 8-drop Katakuri. 8-drop Katakuri, 7 at face, reveal the 8 cost. Ain't no way. Pass. Gain 1 rested. Screw it, why not? Hey, GG's to the Marco. Because there's just not really a way to get through this. We go block, block, block. Bruh. Then they can just go KO. Oh, they just go KO here. Wow. That's messed up, dude. Oh, they're not even blockers. Because they don't give them each other blocker! GG's to our opponent, dude. This deck does not do well against removal-based matchups. That was a good game by the Marco, though. Good job. Good Marco player there. Interesting deck for sure. It's about the usual with the Ivankovs. They are running, it looks like the Marco was in there somewhere. They're running Jozu, a big Whitebeard package, mainly going for the Newgate and the Rayleighs. I don't think they were playing anything bigger than that. I think they're mainly just going for the Sanji play. I only see the one Sanji. Maybe there's one more in there that I can't see, but hey, fun Marco list. One we're going to be working with as well for PBR2 and other deck lists just in general. I love Marco. It's a fun deck to play. All right, final matchup here against Kuzan, and I think we're going to keep this and see what can happen. We will get value out of this, which is nice because it can attack aggressively. We can go Pudding into Katakuri. I think this 2-drop Katakuri loses a lot of value with 7-drop Pudding in the deck, so maybe it's a drop target in the future. A 2K would be nice, but I think just grabbing the Katakuri is always going to be the right option here. I wish we could have grabbed the 3-cost Pudding there. Obviously, you saw in the first game we went Pudding, Katakuri. So if we can go Pudding, Katakuri again, that would be pretty freaking sweet right now. Not gonna lie to you, that'd be pretty freaking sweet. We're gonna search through the deck, see what we can find. We're gonna grab a, we're gonna go 3-cost Pudding. We're going to swing in for 6 at our opponent, not using the leader effect. They're going to take, because that's what Kuzan do. Kuzan do be taken pretty aggressively. Never mind. Psych. And we're going to put down Anane and pass. So, opponent's going to be on 4 Dawn here. I'm assuming they're going to drop down a Cavendish. Cavendish is a great option for going second here in the Kuzan deck. I find that card to be very strong. Very good, very good, very nice. Very good stuff. I like a lot. They're going to swing 5 at us. I'm going to take no Parasparrow, but I can go Katakuri. Oh my Lantha. So we're just going to go 3 cost. We're going to swing 6 because we kind of have to because they have the blocker. We're going to reveal a 6 cost Kuzan. Well, that sucks. We're going to gain that Dawn back because we can. And we're going to set up into this Katakuri. So next turn we're going to go... Oh, we can't go Katakuri. Is it even worth setting up into this Katakuri? But then they go Garp Aramaki and we just get cooked. Well, then they have to choose between the blocker and the Katakuri, and I think I'm okay with that, maybe? I don't know. If we had one Rampy, if we had one Parasparrow, I think we'd be in a really good spot right now. Really good spot, but the Katakuri won't work with the Katakuri. Sucks. Just absolutely blows, mate. Does not work. I'm assuming they're going to go... They can't even go Kuzan. That doesn't even work for them. Sure, take. They're going to go 5 here. We're going to go counter 1. We could have blocked, I guess, just to use the blocker. Wouldn't be the worst option. They do go Kuzan. They stop the pudding? What? They drop the Aramaki so we can keep our Katakuri? Let's go. So we can actually Katakuri. I'm confused. Return 2 Dawn, draw 2 cards, and then play out Parasparrow. Gain a Dawn back. We're going to swing in for 6, go +1. We're going to reveal a 5 cost. We're then going to... That's pretty good, actually. That's actually kind of insane. We're going to reveal, gain 1 active, so we're going to be able to go into 8 Dawn on this next turn, so we can go 8 drop. Oh man, pass. Technically, I just wanted this in case they go Kuzan. We can pop both Kuzans. This card cannot be removed by your opponent's effects. If this card were to be removed from your opponent's effect, you need to trash one card from your hand. Okay, I see where we're going with that. Interesting. I'm going to go no. Interesting. I'm pretty sure I'm just going to go no. I'm just going to go yes. I'm kind of confused. I'm just going to block. I like it. We're gonna go take. I like it. All 4 of our Katakuris have been seen this game, by the way. So we're just gonna go Katakuri. We're gonna go Katakuri. We're gonna go use card action, Dawn -1, reveal a 7 cost, gain that 1 back. We're going to trash a Ocean Sovereignty and count to 7. Confirm, gain an active, so we have another 1k counter. We're gonna use that 1k counter, so we're just gonna go 4 into 2. We're gonna go 5 into face, 7 into face. We're not even going to worry about the Kuzan here because we can take 1 and we can block 1 attack if need be. We're grabbing some counter at least now. So we go Katakuri, pudding, Pheasant Peck, discard a card, gain +4,000. Our opponent's in a very advantageous position. Very advantageous positioning here for the Kuzan player. Hey, good for you, buddy. Good for you. We're going to look at the top 5 and grab... We have to grab counter. I think at this point we're going to pass. Restand, gain, restand... Gain. Could have given them targets to attack into, I guess, just by not doing it, but then that kind of shows, hey, I want you to attack me. All right, well, I'm not going to do it. A good game. We can take 1 attack. They can't really Gravity Blade. They're going to go 10. Well, I think we just take this, right? They don't really have unblockable, so we'll just take that. Ooh, that ain't too bad. Because now we're kind of forcing them to go 11, and we can just block 2k, 1k, 1k. I guess we'd go 1k, 1k like that, and then keep all our bodies on the board. They're going to Kuzan. They thought I was going to counter out of this. Psych! You thought. We're going to go 8 into 8. It sucks the Katakuri can't attack, but it is what it is. We're going to go 10, 12 into 8. I'm assuming I'm going to get rid of that, because I know they have 1 brick in hand, being the 7 cost Odin. I'm going to swing in for 6 at our opponent, go Dawn -1, reveal a 6 cost Red Rock. Ooh, that is not great. We're going to trash Parasparrow, reveal that card, confirm, gain an active, grabbing a 2k counter. We're going to go 5 in the face, 7 in the face, and then I should play the Anane, I think, over the pudding here. Pass the turn, restand, gain 1, restand, gain 1, pass. What you got for me? Red Rock, the Katakuri. We still have blocker, so we're actually completely safe here because we can still go blocker next turn. We don't even have to 9 Lin or 10 Lin. They can just go 8, so I think I just use this blocker, right? Because they can only go 8 at most. I can just block him 1k. Blocking him 1k is perfectly fine with me. If they just swing that, I don't even have to put my card sideways. I just go, oh, you have an 8 cost. That gets me out of the attack. And then they had 2k, GG's to our opponent. They were going to go 3 cost Hina? Interesting. Into Asante. They kind of swung out of order there, but hey, GG's to the Kuzan player. We could have gone Katakuri, Anane. We actually had Uso Hachi if they played a blocker. If we need to go for lethal, but we kind of just game, I think. Because what we're going to do would be 3 Dawn for these two. Then we play out the blocker. So we would have 7 additional Dawn to attach to our characters and our leader. So we'd go 9, 9, 9, 12. And 9 would be 3 cards, 9 would be 3 cards. 9 would be guaranteed hit. They'd have 2 cards left. No, they'd have 1 card left in hand at most if they had perfect counter. And then they'd hit 12. That's guaranteed to hit. GG's to our opponent. And we're on to the next. Or we're done. I don't remember how many games we've played. Well, that was Purple Katakuri with the new 7-drop pudding. As I stated earlier in the video, pudding was not great. I take that back. Pudding is gas. I have officially learned how to use the pudding, and getting your Dawn back with the 8-drop Katakuri, because I wasn't even thinking about that when I first talked about it, and I know you've already commented about that, as you should leave all the hate comments and harsh comments as you need to, as it gets me more viewership. It pushes the content and the algorithm, so please continue to do that. With that being said, keep that up, but for me to keep up, I need to learn a few things, and I learned a few things today with this Purple Katakuri, the purplest of Katakuris. This deck was a lot of fun. Drawing 2 cards is really strong with the pudding. It replaces the 2 cards we play out with the pudding, so it goes even in cards while we get to cycle and get rid of bricks in hand, and oh my Lanta, and then we get to gain Dawn, and with the Paraspira already set up, we're going so positive. I'm loving it. I really enjoyed today's Purple Katakuri list. I'm going to probably be playing a lot more Purple Katakuri in the near future. If it's a deck you want to check out, comment down below and let me know your different build, because your build might be different than mine. I'll see you in the next video, the next deck profile. Comment down below what you want to see next, and peace.